Hi. From the previous two presentations on J2E packaging, you have learned what a jar file is and how it bundles several class files into one single component. Similarly, you have learned what a war file is and how it bundles our J2E web application and its components into one single component that can then be deployed onto application servers very easily. Today, from this presentation, we will learn what a EAR file, an enterprise archive file is, and how it bundles a J2EE enterprise application. For this purpose, let's assume that we are working on an e-commerce application which allows end users to browse through our website and buy stuff. That's number one. And at the same time, the admin users, the administrative users, can log into our web application or enterprise application and add products, add discounts on the products, etc. To do this, we can componentize our entire enterprise application into two web applications. One that handles the user side or end user side of things, two which handles the administrative user side of things. And if we are using EJBs as our persistence tier to do all our database work for us, then we'll have another jar file, a special jar file to assemble our EJBs. I call it a special jar file because the EJB jar has its own deployment descriptor file called the EJB jar.xml, which lists all the EJB classes along with their transaction attributes, etc. Now, instead of deploying each of these web applications as individual WAR files and then this EJB jar file separately, we can wrap this up into one single EAR file. A EAR file, as I said, stands for an enterprise archive file, and it bundles multiple web applications or WAR files under EJB and EJB files. The deployment descriptor, just like the web.xml for a web application, J2EE web application, the deployment descriptor for an enterprise archive file is a application.xml file. Here is the pseudocode for a application.xml. The root element of an application.xml file is the application element, within which we can have multiple modules. If it's a web module, we use the web element. If it's an EJB module, we use the EJB element. In our case, since we have two WAR files, we will declare two modules using the web child element and one EJB module using the EJB child element within the module. When we deploy this EAR file, the application servers like WebLogic or WebSphere can look at the application.xml file and they know what exactly this EAR file has and how it can deploy it and start serving the incoming web requests from the end users as well as the admin users. Similar to how you build a jar file or a WAR file, we can build a EAR file. We can assemble a EAR file using the jar command from the command line. But as I said, we rarely use it in real-time environments. We either use build scripts like Ant, Gradle, or Maven. In summary, now you know what a EAR file is and how it bundles multiple WARs and EJB jars into one single component so that we can easily deploy it. This whole process will be less error prone because now we have, instead of copying multiple files, we just deal with one file. And we can also stay consistent across our testing, prod, and staging environments by deploying one single EAR from a particular version. Typically, in real-time environment, when we have multiple teams working on different modules of an enterprise Java enterprise application, these teams deliver their class files as jar files, which can then be bundled into one or multiple WAR files depending on the size of our enterprise application. And then these WAR files can be bundled into an enterprise application archive file, .ear file, and handed over to the deployment team, which can deploy it either on a testing, staging, or even a customer environment. If you have any questions, as always, you can shoot me an email to bharathsblog@gmail.com. Take care. Thanks for watching.